Hey everybody, this is Tommy Guns Law with PH Unlimited. Today I wanted to make a little more of a serious video. It won't be a long one, and hopefully the fan won't drive you crazy through the video. But today I wanted to talk about something I'm dealing with on a personal experience. Like always, I just want to give you my personal experience. I'm not a doctor. I don't give advice. I don't tell people what to do. Nobody should do anything illegal or do what I do. Just personal experience things for me. So what I want to talk about today is Deca depression. A lot of people, of course, when they think of Deca, they think of Deca dick. That's the most concerning part of most of it. And people are always really just worried about that, and they can't think of anything else. They think, all right, Deca, everyone gets pretty good size off of it. It's perfect for your joints. The only thing that scares me is Deca dick. Well, in my case, which I looked online, I wasn't able to find a lot about Deca depression, but some of the things that I did find on Reddit, in different areas where I Googled, was kind of on point on what I'm dealing with. So I'm taking 450 a week, twice a week, just 250 or, well, it equals out to 450 in a week between two shots, basically. Sorry, I'm terrible at math. That's why I didn't succeed in school very well. But anyways, so that's the dose so far. I am in my 40s. I'm about 170, so you can kind of keep that in mind. But for me, I went through a bottle, so I'm probably on, let's see, about week 7. No, maybe about week 8, week 9 now. So I didn't notice much at first, and my main focus exactly was Deca dick. I was like, all right, when is this gonna kick in? Because I am not ready for this. So haven't really dealt with that much. I mean, there's been a couple times where the mind down there connection's been a little off, and it could be a few different things, stress, just a bunch of things going on right now, but it could be part of that too. But what I noticed was starting to kick in weird, where I don't want to really use the word numb, but just felt like with life, you kind of get up and it's just like someone pisses you off, it's like and you're kind of just going through the day. Workouts are okay, but you could give or take if you go or not. I mean, I'm trying to push through it because I am trying to do a show hopefully this year. I'm a little behind schedule. So I did notice kind of that at first. Then I had a couple issues where a friend passed and different things happened. And man, you want to talk about bottom out. I bottomed out like crazy. So that's when I really started to look it up. And I've noticed, and you can Google or get on YouTube, and a lot of people will explain the whole 19 Nora thing, the chemical structure of Deca. I'm not going to get into all that because it's just make a long video, and I'm not good at just wasting your time explaining all that when you can easily find that online. Now, what I have noticed, I've done Tren before, and I think that's kind of in the same 19 Nora family. The one thing with Tren, though, is it made me, like, it messed with my brain in a different way, where with Tren, I was just pumped, ready to go. I was like a madman. And then the side effects were, I had some things like people, are they talking shit? Just weird, mind unsettling things. But I was always just jacked and just mentally pumped and just hyped up. Where Deca is like the complete opposite of that. You don't have any of that. Just, I'm jacked, I'm a badass. You almost have like, you're just inferior kind of feeling. It's just a weird feeling. Like your self-confidence is kind of shaken a little bit. And I thought that was really odd. And when I read on the internet, a couple people dealing with the same thing, basically most of them said abort right now. Because unfortunately, unlike some of the other Nors, like Tren's in and out of your system, NPP kind of out of your system pretty quick. Deca, it's like 21 days or more before it's out of your system. So if you're fighting with these mental issues or you're feeling down, you gotta push almost through a month of that to to finally get that out of your system. Because for me, every day I was waking up and I was like, man, I feel just bummed and down in the dumps. But usually in the past, just normal life without supplements, that usually passes. Like I'll feel like shit. I'll be down in the dumps, depressed about something. Maybe somebody tells a joke, it breaks me out of it. Maybe it takes a day and I wake up the next day and I'm out of it. Where Deca, it wasn't like that. It was like every day I woke up and it was like, then I noticed I can't go to work today. I just felt like I was starting to get stage fright with everything in life, which is really odd. That everything kind of, I was worried about everything. And it really brought me down where I was like calling into work. I just didn't want to be around people. Sometimes really didn't want to get out of bed. But my mind and body's really sensitive. I'm really self-aware with things affects my mind. So I got to be careful. Like me, I'm not a weed smoker. I can't smoke weed. It doesn't go chemically good with me. So I just completely stay away from it. So Deca was kind of a weird thing to deal with, and I heard so many good things about it, and I tried to push through it, and finally it was like I got advice from somebody, just cut it off, and when it's out of your system, just kind of go to something else, and we'll work from there and get your show ready on something else. And come to find out, a couple of his other clients were kind of dealing with the same thing. It's just it was just very weird. So it's something to be careful about, because a couple of the days it got really deep where I was like, ooh, man, life is just no fun no more. There's just something missing. I just wasn't enjoying anything anymore compared to, like I said, Tren, where at least Tren was more of like if somebody cut you off, it was like, oh, what? You think crazy stuff like I'll just run them off into a ditch or I'll just go crazy if somebody back talks me or treats me like shit, because you were always ready to go. You're always like pumped and crazy, where Deca had some of the same mental aspects, but you were just like, I don't know, you just had no confidence in yourself. And that was me. Some people take it. I've had many friends take it and nothing. I've read stuff online, nothing. But for me, it was definitely not the compound for me. And I've learned not all of us can take a 19 Nora for sure. So that was kind of what I was dealing with. I was also on Rad 140. I've cut that out because I didn't feel like that was doing much for me. So definitely be careful for SARMs. Definitely overrated, overpriced. I mean, for what I'm getting SARMs for, I can get the real deal. So that I'll make another video on that, which I do have 2 videos of my Rad 140 experiences, 1 and 2. You can check them out if that's something you're thinking about sometime down the line. It was kind of whatever for me. So just something to think about, because you'll get online and you won't see a whole lot about the depression part. It's all Deca Dick or how well it makes your joints feel. But be careful for the depression, because it sneaks up on you. It takes a few weeks or more, but one week you'll wake up and you just feel like, I wouldn't say lethargic, you just feel not really numb, just blah to life. And it's like, man, what is going on? I know I battle stuff, but this is different. So definitely something to be aware of. And if you've had the same experiences or you know something that might help with it, please comment below. Or if there's another video you'd like me to do on, please comment. Like I said, I've tried almost every compound but Deca. I probably won't deal with Deca ever again. I'm not thinking. It was just too much for me. Maybe if you're younger, a better youthful mindset, maybe you can easily tolerate it. Because like I said, I've had many people tolerate it and no problems. Me, it was a no-go. Something to watch out for, because with everything going on in life, a lot of us, like if you look at statistics, suicides, depression, all of that stuff is through the roof. Record high depression, record high everything of depression and suicides, just everything you can think of. And the last thing you need is to add a compound that doesn't help with that, when there's so many other good compounds out there that you can use that to me are better than Deca anyways, that won't give you the mind fuckery. So I just want to give you my experience, let people know to be careful, because it was pretty serious with me, and I don't want somebody that's already dealing or kind of on that dark slope, or that kind of dealing in that dark hole, and add Deca in, and that's liable to put you over the edge for sure, if you're not careful. So any advice you can give or anything you want to add, please comment. I would love to hear from you. Once again, Tommy Guns Law, thank you for listening.